Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for you guys. It's crazy to say this, but I'm already at the season 1 finale of Dragon Age Absolution. But then again, it's only 6 episodes, so it makes sense. It's went by pretty quick, but I've enjoyed the journey so far, and I'm hoping that we get a season 2 announcement. I really hope we do get a season 2 announcement. Who knows? Maybe after watching this episode, it's pretty clear there is no plans for a season 2, or at least they're not planning on doing another one. This is a one and done. I doubt it, but we'll see. But anyways, this is episode 6, The Price of Salvation. So, episode 5, the dragon is finally starting to break free, and that was Miriam's whole plan of helping to get Hira out, is essentially, we're going to let the dragon loose. That was the plan. Distraction, all that kind of stuff. Miriam's going to go in pretending, holding her hands up, hood up, I'm giving myself up. Bullshit. Making a major decision, of course, to cut off the head of her brother. It is his body, but of course it's a demon possessing it and all that, but she made the decision, crying, pulling up a giant sword, a claymore, whatever, and chopping the head off to basically stop the torture. Essentially the body is still going through, because essentially her twin brother Neb, of course, was killed by her in the flashback. He's brought back and being controlled, essentially like being moved like with a demon inside to keep the body going, but of course Rezarion's really controlling it, so she stopped that from happening. And then she of course looks into the camera, about to run back in, all that kind of stuff, and then it cuts to credits. And we had Hira going a little bit crazy, but then again she was captured and revealing the truth about how she wants everything surrounding the temple, palace, whatever, and all this to burn, because what happened to her family, she wants everything to go. It doesn't really matter, like she doesn't give a shit. And Rezarion just kind of showing his true colors as well, even further, by because he said to Miriam, if you bring the circulum to me, I'll give you Hira back. Bullshit. Because he's like, yeah, when she shows up, I'll hang you myself, Hira. So yeah, Rezarion I think is revealed to be the villain of this season. Like, I was wondering who it was actually going to end up being. Like, so there has to be some sort of villain-esque character, and they kind of did that a little bit with Fairbanks, you know, double-crossing and attacking Hira in episode 2, but it's actually Rezarion. It's actually him, essentially, because he's the one who's been doing a lot of, like, really bad shit, and, of course, trying to manipulate Miriam and all that kind of stuff in episode 4, so a lot of that. But I'm really enjoying the show, and I really have enjoyed the journey, and I can't believe that I'm here in the finale, but I'm hoping we get more episodes, because this show has handled character pretty well, some amazing action sequences, and I need to see more of this world. They've done a great job establishing some stuff. I need more. So here we go. Episode 6, the finale of Season 1 of Dragon Age Absolution, The Price of Salvation. Let's go. Well, yeah, all that debris was falling everywhere, so it makes sense that was knocked out. You could kill him right now. I mean, yeah, do that, but yeah. What's she doing? Thing is, Hira's already out, so she's already left doing something.
They're not mindless murder machines.
Oh, it's showing she almost died from it.
Looked like she was headed for the safe house, but she was too far away to hear us.
Or she and just was ignoring anything. I don't know.
We should probably get moving too.
Listen up! We have to keep the beast contained until the Magisters.
I don't think we're gonna be able to contain it. I'm just saying. Oh. Okay, yeah, definitely fall back.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
That pedestal working.
It's been destroyed, Commander. This is my fault.
Oh, you found the body of Neb. Yep.
There can be no master without a slave,
What?
and no slave without a master.
Stuck in the barrier. What's he doing? Is he putting another demon? He's putting another being in it, I think, again. That's exactly what he did. So he can still bring him back even with the head cut off.
I almost forgot the dragon.
Okay, so he's completely lost it, I think. He's just pulling all the blood. He doesn't give a shit anymore. He doesn't care. Alright, what the hell is he doing? Whoa! What the fuck? Yeah, he did it, I think. She knows the truth. She knows that he used blood magic to do this. Yeah.
Where are you going?
She didn't go back to the safe house. Like, they're all like, they're going to the wrong places and shit. God. Is she looking for the circulum? I think she's looking for it. There it is. But, okay. Wait a minute.
Stay out here. The guard's still looking for us. So worried they'd taken you.
Her face. Yep. What's going on here?
Is that the circulum?
If he doesn't know where the safe house is, shouldn't you have stayed here?
You're probably right.
Oh,
But
shit.
I had to
Uh-oh.
find you. All right, it's safe now. So give it to me.
Oh, my God.
You were always going
Oh,
to do
my
this.
God.
That's why he changed the drop-off. He knew you were the traitor, and you killed him to cover it up. I didn't want to.
Okay. What? Exactly. You ain't going nowhere. To her throat. Dude.
People of every race and creed coming together under the very herald of Andraste, trying to save the world from a problem everyone else wanted to ignore. The Inquisition was never going to stand up to Tevinter. They were too afraid of collateral
Interesting.
damage.
Crimson
They were
Knight.
going to turn the Templars against Tevinter. Even the
Oh,
ones inside it. Burn
okay.
everything to the ground. We couldn't just take it. The Divine might be able to trace it to us. I offered Rezarion a deal. He moved the circulum to the palace. We were supposed to
What?
be caught in order to make the exchange.
And you trusted him. Just like that.
I trusted myself.
You asked a Magister of Tevinter to betray his nation, give up
Yep.
a powerful artifact, but what the fuck could you have offered him in return?
Yeah, what could you have offered? Oh, her.
Wasn't it?
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I'm so stupid.
Dude, I can't believe she was gonna do that. That's fucked up, man.
Sell me back to him all along. Some stupid ritual he kept talking about, but afterward.
Uh-oh. Here comes the dragon. Oh, with Neb, of course. Quiet. Let this play out, see what happens.
Tell me why I should bargain for what's already mine.
You did it once before, didn't you? Resurrect my brother. You'll win. You'll win. It doesn't make sense. High dragons are wild animals. They can't just be trained. There's no
Blood
way
magic.
one would act like this unless it's being controlled. Guys.
You're the one that insisted you were my slave instead of my sister Miriam. When they all die screaming, I want you to remember that their deaths are all your fault.
All your fault. Damn. Okay, we gotta stop this. We gotta stop this. We gotta stop this. Oh my god, the ritual's starting. Oh god, come on. Oh my god. I mean, he's bringing Ned back, but I don't know if it's gonna be working right. Okay, that just happened. I wasn't expecting. She's like, what?
The dumbest plan I've ever heard.
Okay, can we stop this now? It's this is getting pretty serious.
Down to using my own personal grenade.
Oh my god.
Brother, it's so good to see you.
Miriam.
Is this about to happen?
No,
Don't do it. No.
I'm sorry. I tried to save you.
Destroyed the body. He destroyed the body. That's what he did. Ooh. It seemed like it worked.
Well, I'll be a hairy.
Wow. Yeah, it's still not over. Oh, shit. Yes. The dragon, the dragon, the dragon.
No more death today.
More death.
Ready in?
And out of there. I was about to say, where's Hira? Because we didn't see her for a little bit.
Tevinter is an evil place, and I know what it feels like for that hate. I just need you to say that I'm more important than this.
Holy crap, we're alive.
Yeah, but what happened?
Wow.
She took the circulum.
I have to destroy it before it gets to the Crimson Knight.
You mean we have to destroy?
Season 2, come on. Come on.
We don't really need to find her. After all,
Oh,
we know where she's headed.
exactly. Season 2, come on. Season 2. Oh?
Their allegiance doesn't matter. Their objective is clear. I will have my war.
Who's talking? Who is that? Yes, yes, yes. They are setting up a season 2. They are definitely setting up a season 2. I have a question though. Who was that at the end? Who was this commander, whoever in the crystals? Like, I don't know. Maybe you guys recognize that. I have no idea, but okay. Like, they're setting up some shit. Like, because I was thinking, like, the story they're building here, before watching episode 6, I'm thinking, the story they're building here, like, it could lead to a season 2, but what would the story be? Now, they have clearly set up season 2. And it seems like we're going to be traveling more, because in this show, in the first season here, we've been mostly sticking to one centralized location. At the beginning of the show, the first episode, had a little bit more location stuff and them traveling, but we were stuck pretty much in one big city, right? But it seems like if we get that season 2, which we better get the season 2, they might have already confirmed a season 2. Who knows? Because Netflix internally likes to do stuff and they don't announce stuff right away. So they may have announced like the show is being made, but they could have internally told them you're getting a set amount of episodes and this is just the first 6 and they're calling it season 1, and then we'll get season 2 or part 1, whatever. But regardless, they're setting up season 2 because it's revealed. Oh my god. I wasn't expecting this reveal, but they kind of set it up in episode 5 a little bit. Well, not a little bit, a lot, because they revealed Hira's essentially past and why she was like, you know, why she had a backup, whatever, in terms of who the circle needs to go to. And she revealed all this information while she was in custody and everything, and revealing that she wanted everything to burn. So in episode 6 here, they have her reveal that she actually set a plan up and she trusted Rezarion to move the circulum, and she was going to steal it, and he was going to like throw it away or whatever, the investigation or something. And Roland's like, wait a minute, so you have a plan and worked it with a high magister or whatever, like you worked with this Rezarion guy to do all this, and this, and you trusted him? What the fuck were you thinking? Are you kidding me? Because Rezarion was going to use it and then he was going to give it to me, like, because she made a whole point that the Inquisition didn't want, and I think there's a game called Dragon Age Inquisition, so I think maybe there's some tie-in there that I'm not really familiar with in terms of the game, but I'm assuming, I don't know if Hira popped up in the games, maybe she did, but like I remember like Dragon Age Inquisition, that was a game, so maybe they're tying that in some sort of way. I think that's what they're doing here, but Hira was like trusting Rezarion was going to do all this stuff, and her thing was, I get it, but then you get Miriam. You get Miriam back as your slave, essentially. Like, I will give her to you. So that's why she really pushed to have Miriam come on this trip, this journey, this mission. Said trip, kind of crazy. But then they have a tie-in too. Episode 2, Fairbanks is revealed to stab Hira, and they're saying Fairbanks caught you. Now, I have to go back and rewatch that scene again when he pulls out the dagger and stabs her. Like, because they really played it up as he was betraying, and they did it pretty damn well. But now we know the context that maybe Fairbanks actually knew that Hira was going to betray them. That's why he actually stabbed her. That's why he was with her. And when they went through the defense mechanism, that dome defense over the circulum, he knew at that point to stab her. I don't know. I have to go back and rewatch that sequence. But man, now the context. They did a great job with that reveal, because they really made it to where Fairbanks is the bad guy. Like, he was the one betraying. Of course, he dies. And Hira, of course, was the one who let, like, the defense, like, go off. Like, essentially, where all the undead and all that kind of stuff were coming to life, essentially, to fight and to attack everything. She's the one who did it. And I thought she did that to, fight back against Fairbanks, because to try to stop him. But she actually did it because it didn't matter what was going to happen. She wanted the circulum. And the fact the circulum was gone. So she did whatever she needed to do at that moment, because she was essentially like dying in episode 2 when she got attacked by Fairbanks. So she leaves. She leaves and takes circulum with her, of course. She doesn't kill any of them. And now we have this team. And I'm assuming we might pick up some more people along the way. I'm not really sure. This might be just the core team in season 2. If we get it, please. The 4 of them going after, and they know where she's heading, so they don't need to necessarily find her at the moment. They just need to stop her before she actually delivers it, or whatever she's trying to do to, destroy everything. And even after all this, Miriam, after the whole thing with, Rezarion trying to bring Neb back and everything, which is a cool sequence we'll talk about in a second. Even after all that, Miriam's like still trying to reason with Hira and trying to get on the same side, and Hira's like, I can't. And she did like a mimic spell or whatever, where she thought she was talking to Hira, but Hira's actually behind her. And then when there's like a big flash of light, some sort of spell, she takes the circulum and is gone. So yeah. So the dragon broke out, all that. Neb was brought back by a demon. I mean, literally, that was pretty insane. But like, we have the whole thing to where at a certain point, Rezarion just doesn't give a fuck anymore. He's like, he just stabs that guy in the neck. He's using blood magic to control the dragon, and bringing Neb back, and the head gets put back on, and he puts another demon in Neb, and they go and attack the safe house. And so he finally gets to do the ritual. Now, here's what I like too. I guess Rezarion was under this assumption that Neb, when they bring back the spirit, which took a lot of blood, because he had to stab the dragon, bring blood out of the dragon in order to properly pull the spirit out from it for Neb to start appearing. Neb turned away from Rezarion and looked at Miriam and goes, and starts talking to her, and then goes to the body and touches his body. The spirit does, the Neb's spirit. Essentially, that's kind of what the implication is, because like they said in episode 2, where I'm conjuring a spirit, you know, like you're conjuring a demon. No, and Rezarion's like, no, I'm conjuring a spirit. It's very different, and not really, because that spirit in episode 2 turned into a demon, right, a creature. But Neb's spirit goes up to the body and destroys the body. So that means Neb cannot be brought back. Rezarion is now dead. I really didn't have too much for prediction on Rezarion. I assumed he was going to die. I wasn't expecting the to where it led up to where Neb's spirit rejected the body. But thankfully the spirit knew, maybe he even knew before he even rose up, that like he knew what all happened, but Miriam was talking to him and crying and everything. And thankfully she was actually conscious to actually talk, because I thought when she was like a part of the ritual spinning around and, you know, and it's going all crazy and all the blood and everything, I thought that she was like in a trance or something, but luckily she's able to speak and have that little moment with her brother's spirit. But then the body was destroyed, so there's no way you can bring it back. And plus Rezarion's dead, so because Rezarion was getting too strong. That's the issue, because Rezarion at first was pretty powerful. Episode 4 at the beginning, that huge fight sequence going down that little area and showing off like he could go against 3 of them like no problem and just like mowing them all down essentially. And then of course episode 5 and 6 revealing more of like he's just slowly just using more blood magic and shit. And then of course here he's controlling a dragon. He's trying to bring back Neb. He was so obsessed, like literally if they would have kept him alive, he would have just kept using blood magic and getting more and more probably, you know, a threat. He was already a giant threat as it is. So it kind of makes sense that this portion of Miriam's connected past is now done, because I don't know, like with Hira being the focus in regards to her having it and leaving without actually staying with them, or some sort of like trying to find a balance or some sort of common ground in terms of Hira's true plans and what she had all set up and everything and what she thought was going to happen, that Rezarion didn't need to stick around, because now the story has shifted. Because originally it was, okay, we're going after this device, we don't know what it is, now we know what it is and how powerful it is. And then we find out, oh, all this thing was because of Hira's planning, and it was all planned out, and she had to figure out all this other kind of stuff to make it seem like it was Fairbanks' plan, or the person who hired Fairbanks, all that kind of stuff. And it's really just Hira's whole thing. So we don't need Rezarion at this point. I feel like the woman, and I still didn't fully, the name didn't click in my head, she's crying over his body. I don't know if we're going to see her in if there's more episodes. I don't know what you would do with her, because it was pretty clear when she saw that guy was stabbed in the neck, she saw that and she realized that Rezarion was using blood magic. I feel like she was probably done with him. And now that he's dead, I mean, I feel like it's just like a done. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what else you do with that, but it was pretty intense. It really was. I got this show, and this show was good. It was so good. And what made it good was the fact that it was not just the action, but it was the character moments. It was the dialogue, and it was those emotional moments. And now with whoever was at the end there, you know, I want my war and all that kind of stuff. Like, okay, and it's a really cool location. Like, I'm excited now to see more of this world. So please give me more. Give me more of this show. I want to see where this continues, because what I also like too is that it's not like because we're still following in a sense what has been established, because sometimes the shows we have a season of a show, and then we go to the next season, there's some connective tissue, of course, with, of course, characters returning, but the storylines are shifted because now we've kind of moved past what was already established in the first season. Here, we're still continuing a storyline that is not done from season 1. However, we're not still continuing to be at that palace. We're not still continuing with certain characters. Like, we have now moved past that point, and we're introducing more characters at the end of this. So season 2 is probably going to be bigger. I'm hoping that it's bigger, and I'm hoping, I don't know about more episodes, because it feels like since we got 6 episodes here, we're not going to get more in a season 2 or a part 2. It's going to be 6 episodes again, but it seems we're going to be going to more locations, and we're going to be following potentially more characters that are interconnect with this, because it seems like now we've now established this world in this show. We've already established kind of what's happening here with these characters. Now we can do more. We can expand. We don't have to necessarily do more groundwork, because you've already done that with season 1. So we'll see. But yes, this was a really good show. I really enjoyed it. I'm so glad that I watched it, because it delivered, and I cannot wait for season 2. Please give me season 2. I really need it. What you guys think of this episode? I'm curious to know your thoughts. Whatever thoughts you have, guys, please let me know in the comments below. Curious to know what you guys thought about overall of the show in general, and what do you hope to see in season 2? If we get that season 2, let me know in the comments below. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.